Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah.
UnderRateEd makes
Young, black, and gifted. We do it for the culture.
This is the Young, Black, and Gifted podcast, and I'm your faithful, dedicated host, UnderRateEd. I know it's been a while, but nonetheless, we back. I'm excited to be back, and today I got one of my guys with me, somebody that, if you've been following me, you've probably seen like our rapport, us trying to build some chemistry as far as what he got going on, and me just trying to capture that. Also, this is somebody that I see playing a pivotal point in a lot of these young men's lives, and I just wanted to be able to get more of his perspective and outlook on what he got going on. Another thing I'll say is, when I first started this thing about a year and a half ago, this is one of my guest here is one of the guys that initially reached out to me. And one thing I'll say about him is, whenever I was ready to work with him, whenever I had an idea, it was the only answer was, let me know, I'm ready to go. Let me know, bro. Like, so even today with what you see us got, what we have going on here today is the same thing. So I'm gonna get into it. We had an earlier talk, but that was a little bit earlier in my game. I was kind of fresh, but I definitely wanted to spin the block and have a more in-depth conversation. But nonetheless, we got Coach Shizz. What's going on with you?
Yo, what's going on, man? Y'all know what it is, man. It's the boy Shaun Johnson, man. They call me Coach Shizz. Shizz around the way.
Yes, sir.
No
yes,
more,
sir.
nothing less.
Yes, sir. So, like I said, man, I know you for a little while, and like I said, it's good to see. Like, I've watched you grow up. We grow up pretty much together, and just to see what you're doing at this point in your life, I think is a great thing. And I just kind of like want to get your perspective on coaching. I think coaching, for me, I'll just say this, like, for me, coaching is very important. I think that coaches have, they're in a position to help usher young men or young women into to certain parts of the next stage of their life, whether it's the teen years or whether it's the adult years. So I'm interested to get your outlook on this thing. But first, I kind of like want to get a little bit more of your history. So the first thing I want to talk about, just me knowing you, I know you come from a big family, right? So
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like, what would you say the correlation between like family and sports? Like, how would you say that correlation is for you? Like, how did coming from a big family ultimately play into you getting involved in sports?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it all started with my older brother. My older brother set the foundation for all of us. If it wasn't for him, none of us probably wanted to play football.
Mm-hmm.
So it started with him. Like I said, I watched my brother do crazy things on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was the first one to really start for Parkside. That was one of the, a lot of people don't know nothing about Parkside. That was maybe down in Delaware County. A lot of people don't know nothing about Delaware County, but that's really Parkside.
That's like outside of Chester.
Brookhaven, yeah, outside Parkside, Brookhaven. Yeah, that's where we really started our foundation. But he started the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, we all he set the foundation. We just follow his footsteps.
That's what's up.
And we all really got started liking football even more because of him. We wasn't just like a family house where, oh man, let's go play football. No, like I said, he started it. My uncle started it. My uncle was out playing Parkside too. So that's where it really led the whole family playing football.
Word. Shout out to Big Bro. That's the second time, even in our first conversation, you accredited a lot of getting started out with your brother. So shout out to him, man.
He started the foundation with all of us, man. I mean, he a role model. We ain't gonna say a lot of people.
Fine.
You guys, any one of us, it's all Sunday. He'll tell you. Everybody tell you.
Mm-hmm.
He's a role model for us.
That's what's up. So again, pointing out the fact that you come from a big family, brothers, sisters. How would you say, like, growing up, with your brother, and then now all you guys getting involved in sport? Getting involved in sports, whether it was football, basketball, baseball, whatever. How would you say, like, coming from a big family, ultimately, how would accredit it, like, the competitiveness amongst you all? Like, I'm pretty sure, obviously playing.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh man, the house was different.
Yeah.
The house was different. See me, football really wasn't my thing. I just started playing just because my homie was playing. Like Shane, Nakey, Brucey.
Yeah.
Was athletes. I wasn't no athlete. I was never one of them boys that were like, yo, I want to play football. I only started playing football because my homies in the neighborhood was playing football. I was never one of those guys like, yo, I want to play. Nah, I never was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
When I really started getting into it, I didn't really start finding myself and start really get to high school. Like, youth football was never like my thing. I was never a dominant player with youth football.
Mm-hmm.
I was a lineman or a tight end. Shane, Nakey, Brucey, Rondé, they was athletes. They was players. You can pick them on the field. They played anywhere on the field. Me, I was never one of those boys.
Word. How long would you say? I might be jumping ahead a little bit.
No, you good,
but how long would you say it took for you to get to that point where you actually like got into you fit into your athleticism?
Probably my senior year in youth football.
Okay, are we going? Yeah. Okay, so we still in the youth. Okay,
yeah. Senior year in youth football. Like I was never one of them boys, man. Shane was like everybody know my little brother. Everybody knows that boy was a dominant. He was a dominant football. No matter where you put him at, he was dominant. Just like Brucey, he was a dominant player. Rondé, dominant player. Anybody say, if you talk to anybody about my brother, he's the only player I know that jumped over somebody on the sideline.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I would say that it's hearing you say that you wasn't like athletic. It's kind of odd because y'all all, when I think about it, y'all all like even like the build is athletic. You follow me? So even if you might not have had the skill earlier on, I'm pretty sure you was fast. I'm pretty sure you was fast, wasn't you?
Listen, I wouldn't even know for real, because like I said, I didn't know what I had. I didn't know what type of talent I had. I didn't really start getting really into football until I moved up here in 2000.
Okay.
Me and my homie used to run on the block, race each other on the block.
Okay.
Smoking my homies up and down the block. I didn't know I was fast. They talking about, yo, shit, you fast as shit. I'm like, I didn't know I was fast. I mean, so every time somebody came on the block, yo, we racing. We racing from stop sign to stop sign on the block.
Yeah.
And that transpired me to go play football in high school. And I took off from there. Like, I was never one of those boys that like, yo, I want to play high school football. It was never me. Because I thought I didn't have the talent to play that sport.
Mm-hmm.
I watched everybody play. I watched everybody around me play, but it wasn't like, yo, I want to take my talent and go play high school football. I did it because I had bad grades in high school, so that would make me really play football. If I didn't do that, I had to tighten up. So I needed somebody that really,
something to keep you in line. We're going. That's a part of the conversation. I got that on the list. We're gonna get to that. So I want to just in terms of competitiveness, and we still like the earlier years. Who would you? And I might be starting something here, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Who would you say was the most successful out of all your brothers as far as the sports? And I'm just talking about in the earlier years. If you're talking about like you, I'm talking about youth. I don't mean like overall, but in that time frame, like
Rondé was a dog.
Big brother. Okay.
Yeah, Rondé was a dog. Rondé was a dog. Like I said,
I don't think I ever met your older brother.
No, nobody never met him because everybody think he the younger brother.
Got you.
Yeah,
I think Bruce, and then you, and then Shane, Nate.
No. It was Rondé, Bruce, Shane, Nate, then me.
Got you. Are we talking about the brother? Is that the one that did that's doing the photography nowadays? Is that the same one?
Yeah, Rondé. Yeah, that's the older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know him like personally, but I've seen him just from like following y'all. So obviously, you said your brother. I see your brother help like motivate you and your brothers in the sports and the playing sports. But was there anybody else like as far as like even you watching sports as a kid? Like, did you have it? Was there any like role models that you had that kind of like motivated you?
Emmitt Smith was my favorite player.
Cowboys fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a dog.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, he dog, baby, dog. Yeah.
Okay, so Emmitt
heavy
Smith
on my chest, baby.
Okay,
yeah, Emmitt Smith. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was never an athlete, so I really couldn't put myself in his shoes and be like, yo, I'm gonna go out and do with him. Nah, like I said, I started off as a fucking lineman and a tight end. I ain't played nothing else. I don't even know what defense looked like.
How did you feel about and this is a broad question, but how did you feel about Deion as a Dallas Cowboy fan? How you feel about Deion?
I love Deion.
Just overall. Okay.
I used to do the dance in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I used to smell Deion out doing a dance.
Doing the Deion dance now, so you on the sideline.
I did it in Chester game.
Yeah. I got it. I think I got that on tape.
I love Deion.
Okay.
He's setting it for us. People like us. He's setting an example for us. You know what I mean?
Word. Okay, so he's
taking off for the black community.
Okay.
As a black head coach, he's taking off because everybody, all the youth and all the younger kids is looking up to Deion. He set the example for everybody else.
Setting the tone for how it's supposed to look.
How it really supposed to be.
Word.
I never thought a black coach would be in Colorado, being a head coach.
And so since we're talking about that, like obviously you know it's a little tough for him this year. Do you think that he'll bounce back?
Yeah, every first year ain't always gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta all understand. He gonna have his hiccups. He know what he lacking.
Yeah.
He couldn't come in there and be like, oh man, this was gonna happen the first year. Nah.
And his defense,
he gonna have his ups and downs. That's part of culture.
In his defense, he did inherit somebody else's team, so he's kind of like getting I heard after the I think maybe last week's loss or the week before it, like people started quitting on him. But even with that, it's like now he knows.
You gonna get that though.
Yeah,
you gonna get that.
Yeah, and he now he knows moving forward what he need and how he need to move. So I don't even got to worry about them. Yeah,
he know what he's doing. It's not like but everybody think he about to go somewhere else. No, he already said it. He already told everybody he's not going away. He's in Colorado. You know what I mean,
Really?
he wanted to get that program together. Everybody thought it was going to take off for the first year. For sure. I definitely did. I thought he had the pieces, but the more and more you sit back and really look at the games, you're like, oh shit, he really every at the end of the day, if you look at youth football, college, high school, everybody's lacking the same thing. He's lacking linemen. That's what everybody lacks. Everybody lacks linemen.
And the game has changed a lot too. So if you go back to like you said, the early 2000s to now, the game is more speed. Back then, when we got introduced to the game, it was hard nose. It was head on collisions and stuff. Now they like don't even use your head. Don't even use
football not the same. It's flag football. It's rough touch. I don't care what nobody says. Rough touch, man.
Yeah,
it's not the same. It's not the same. I love football, but it's not how it used to be.
Yeah, I could see that. So all right, so I'll ask you. So your role models, Big Bro, Emmitt Smith, a little bit of Deion Sanders, Dallas Cowboy fan.
Penny Hardaway. Okay,
basketball. Yeah, I can see that.
Don't leave Penny Hardaway out.
Okay,
Hardaway.
I like that.
Definitely Orlando Magic fan, always.
That's fire.
Yeah,
I can see that. They was, and especially for the time, that was fire. Yeah, I can see that.
I tell you, he blew his knee out. That was it for him.
So, all right. So I'll leave the question that I wanted to ask. I'll leave that. I'll save that for the next one because in this next section, when we talk about your teen years, we're gonna get more into like your real engagement and even your success in playing sports. So, I remember how I met you was through basketball. I was on the 8th grade team. You was on the 9th grade team. So we would scrimmage each other. So talk to me a little bit about your basketball career. I know you with football. So how did that come about?
Basketball. When we first came up here, so you know me, I got 6 brothers. So we had our own. We started basketball when we was in Chester. We had 2 basketball courts in the neighborhood, playing each other, playing different neighborhoods, fairgrounds, gardens, whoever we played. We just put my brothers, a couple of my homies on the team. We just played basketball in the neighborhood. It wasn't like I was a dominant player. I just knew how to play defense. I was a defensive guy. I wasn't no shooter.
I was
just a defensive guy. I knew how to pass the ball. I wasn't if you give me the ball, I'm not going to shoot it. I'm going to pass it out. You know what I mean? I was one of those guys that, like I said, I wasn't very athleticism. I ain't have it. But I was one of those guys. I was one of those guys that's going, when you come down, I'm going to definitely play my defense on you. I know how to play defense. I could definitely do that, but I ain't going to shoot the ball.
Did you play all through high school? Did you play like...
No. After 9th grade, that was it for me. You don't...
Okay. Oh, shit, wow.
Once I sit on the bench, I don't play back. No.
Tell me, who they bench you for? Who they try to put you on the bench?
I don't know who they bench me for, but you ain't gonna bench me on the... No.
You was definitely the starter, though. I remember that. Y'all had...
Then they had me on the bench. I said, no, I don't sit on the bench. No, that's one thing I don't do.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I come up playing ball with Shane. So that was big. So I know that that's your younger brother. So that was like, that was like important to me, especially like being in the 8th grade and you in the 9th grade. So being able to compete against you and try to do something good against you, that was my motivation.
But he was the one though. He was the one in basketball. We pushed him even harder because he knew he had it.
Yeah.
And I tell anybody right now, till this day, like he probably still got it. But I tell people now, back in the day, that boy was different. Like he was really different. I was at every one of his games. I ain't missed a game. Yeah. That boy was different.
Shout out to Shane. I've been trying to catch up with him, and again, like I said, coming into like that mid-teen age, the mid-teenage years, I was around, so I remember how it was for him. If you ask me, he led the pack. He opened the floodgates for people to come behind him. Like he took on that role as a star earlier on. Follow me, so people that came behind him, they actually was able to look at Shane and say, "Oh, okay, so that's how you do it. That's how it's supposed to get done."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I saw that. So shout out to him. I've been trying to catch up with him too. So
that boy, man, he a freaking flyer, man. Leave that boy alone.
Yeah. I see. I see. So all right. So you didn't play basketball all through high school, but you played football through middle and high school.
I started playing football until I got to high school, bro.
Damn.
I started playing football until I got to 10th grade. Till what? until I got the 9th grade, bro.
So you didn't play no sports between your last youth years all the way up to high school?
No.
Wow. I wouldn't have got that.
No, bro. No, I didn't play I didn't start playing sports until really, like I said, I was failing. I failed 9th grade. I said, oh, fuck. Let me get my shit together. So when we got to the high, I said, I'm going to play football.
Yeah. I was
just doing me. Listen, I'm just out there. I'm a new guy up there. Young buck. I ain't know nobody. I'm going to play this football. I'm going to get in where I fit. I was start running back, safety, kick return, punt return. I was doing me up there. But like I said, I didn't know I had it, though. I didn't know I had it. The coaches love me. I ain't know.
That's a great point that you stress. Like when you talk about being a student athlete, I want to ask you, like, what would you say like was one of your biggest obstacles that you may have faced trying to maintain your grades and make sure that you're eligible to play? What would you say like or just period? I don't know. Like, tell me what you think one of your biggest obstacles was as a student athlete in that point in time for you.
Oh man, we had tutoring. So when you had tutoring, that's what made really push me. If I had tutoring, I tell anybody, man, school wasn't for me. I'm gonna keep it real. It just wasn't me. I was one of those guys that's going to school to be a ladies' man.
Trust me,
I really had to like.
I'm just saying, like me. Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
I just had to buckle down and just put myself in a bigger and man up and say, yo, listen, this is not what it is. Let me do something constructive with myself where I know I'm going to be more focused and more in tune with my grades and everything else. So I buckled down and just said, yo, I'm going to find me something to do. And I found football that kept me motivated, kept me focused, and kept me going when I was in high school, and it just got it done. Like, when I really came up here, I had F's and all types of shit on my report card. So when I started playing sports and going to tutoring, my grades changed. My shit was having B's and C's. I ain't going to say I had A's. I'm going to say B's and C's and D's. Right. But at the end of the day, it still brought me where I'm at today. You see what I'm saying? Because I pushed myself to try to get out that sluggish situation. I pushed myself to do better as a man and as a student athlete.
Word.
And the coaches definitely was on our back. So
that's what I was going to ask you.
We ain't have grades. Our grades wasn't good. We wasn't playing. Coaches was in our classrooms heavy, coming in the classroom, checking up on us. Teachers letting the coaches know, listen, Shaun ain't do this grade. Shaun ain't turn this paper in. His grades is down. He can't come to practice. So if our grades ain't right, we got to go to tutor. We can't come to practice. So it wasn't
how would you say your relationship was with your coaches at that point in time?
Like, I love my coaches. Yeah. I love my coach. We had Coach Larry, Coach Russ, Coach Rudovich. There's a couple other coaches. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, overall, them coaches are legit. I ain't gonna not know coaches. At the end of the day, that's what they there for. They there to motivate us. So that's what they did. They walked around the school, checked on our classrooms, and we had to be on our A game. If we wasn't on our A game, we can't play football. That's all over the board anyway. If our grades wasn't right, we can't play no sports.
Yeah. Who were some other notable players like from your experience on your high school football team? Like who was some other notable?
It was Pop, Sharon, B. Down, Ron Brown, Martell Gaines, Mark Nelson.
Oh wow.
Who are Kaleem Atkins.
Quarterback, right?
Yeah. Who that? Jeff Coles. Who else? Ed Russell.
Big boy. Ed
Russell. Yeah. Okay. We had Pop, Sherrod, Rudy.
Yeah.
Shamar.
Wide receiver. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had who else? Keith Muhammad.
I remember him. What was that? Running back?
Yeah. We had a couple. Like I said, we had a couple noticeable players. I mean, it just wasn't. I mean, who else? Jamal Sharif.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a lot of we had Lodge. There's a lot of players up there. We just couldn't put it together.
Word.
But at the end of the day, I'll tell you, if every last one of them players had the opportunity to really play again, it would be a really totally different high school.
Yeah. What would you say ultimately played in your, like you said y'all couldn't get it together? What would you say was the reason as to why?
Oh, sure, lineman. We ain't have it.
You said because out of all them players you named, you only heard
all specials.
I only heard Ed Russell.
You know what I mean? Specials, bro. I mean, you got it's always gonna be talent, but when you ain't got the lineman, that's what it is. You had Lean. Lean was a quarterback.
Yeah.
You had B Downs. B Downs was a wide receiver. You had Darrell Davis, a running back. Jamal
Yeah.
Sharif, running back. You had Pop, Sherrod. I mean,
that's crazy.
You always got the talent, but you just ain't got the lineman.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what everybody face until this day. That's what everybody facing.
Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you, right? So with all that you played in, you talked about like the part that your coaches played in, basically their approach to coaching and what you basically they set their standard for their players and being on the team. I want to ask you for like as a player in that point in time, like what was your perception of like coaching? Like how did you view coaching? And I'm asking you from like a coach's standpoint. I'm asking you about you, but I'm asking you from your coaching smarts. What was your perspective on coach? Like, what was your understanding of how the importance of coaching or the lack of importance? Like, what was that
Actually,
like for you?
I really ain't think about it because I really never thought about coaching.
Okay.
So I was just a player at that point. At that point in time.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. Like I said, I'm not going to sit and be like, oh man, I knew it. Nah. At that point, my mindset was playing football. So I would never thought about being where I'm at now, coaching football, or even thinking about like going to a coach and asking them their overall how you get into coaching, or I never thought about none of that.
Okay, and we're gonna get into like I definitely want to talk to you about how we got there.
I never thought about coaching. I never even started talking about stepping a foot back on a football field after I got done high school.
Let me see. So after high school, so we basically talking high school. So that pretty much set the tone. So after high school, no, this is what I'll do. So after high school, how long would you say after you played your last year of football? How long would you say it was until you got to the point of being connected with the sport again, whether it was in coaching or whatever the connection was to the sport? How long did it take for you to get to that point? How long would you say?
It took me a while. It took me a while. It took me about a good 5 years. It took me a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me a while. Probably longer than that because, like I said, I never even really looked at youth football around here. I never looked at it like, oh man, let me go sit back and watch football games. After my high school, I was done with watching football, just football in general. I sit in the crib and watch college football because that's what I watch. But other than that, I really never like, oh, yo, let me go step out, go watch some youth football. It was never in me. I knew Cal Wynn had a team, but it never was like, yo, let me go check them out. I knew Sharon Hill had a team. It was like, no, let me go check them out. I never really thought about looking at youth football because my mindset was like, I was never going to go watch football or never be a coach coaching youth football. I never thought about none of that.
So in terms of you actually coaching, what would tell me the teams that you coached? Obviously Sharon Hill, but what was your first experience as a coach, and if you had any other ones, what were they?
Oh no, my first time was coaching. My first ever coaching job was Cal Wynn.
Okay, and what group did you have there?
We had 65.
I'm about to say it wasn't the age, it was the weight.
It was the weight. It was 55 pounds. We was in KSL. But
so how would that translate to today?
I wasn't even trying to coach then though, bro.
Okay.
Like you had two of my guys. They asked me. I said, bro, I don't want to coach. They never, oh, come on down, come on. I said, I don't want to coach, bro. I don't know how to interact. At that time, I didn't know how to interact with kids because I'm a new guy just coming in. So I never knew how to interact with kids. Like it was Darrell Davis and Jamal.
Okay.
Bags.
Okay. Yeah, I knew. It's so crazy. Like even in me talking with Bags, I never even brought that up. Like, I knew that was like a thing. Like that he had something to do with.
Yeah, Bags was my neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, Bags was my neighbor, so he picked me up. He told me, yo, man, just come down, you know what I mean? Come down the field and coach with me. I said, bro, I don't want to coach, bro. I ain't got time for that, bro. So I'm like, man, you'll like it, bro. I don't interact with all the kids, but honestly, when that joint happened, I just stood back. I ain't get involved in all that. I just stood back, watched him. It was me, him, and Rand at that time. Me, him, Rand, and Darren Cobbs.
Okay.
At that time, yeah. I mean, and I think Darrell was the VP at that time.
Okay.
So yeah.
So at what point would you say that you actually started to like engage yourself and like take it a little bit serious? But at what point would you say that was?
Probably 2 years after that.
And we still at Cowan at that point?
Yeah, still I was down Cowan for a long time.
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
I was down Cowan for like good 5 years maybe. I think I left Cowan. I can't recall when I left Cowan, but I know I left Cowan probably like 5 years after. I was down Cowan for a minute.
So you didn't coach any other teams, just Cowan and Sharon Hill?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, that was it.
All
yeah,
right.
but Cowan, That's where it all started at. That's where I let my foundation at down. That joint was crazy.
Yeah, I would say,
like I said, it was definitely it was a good experience.
Shout out to Kyle I'm a Kyle comment. That's another. Again, you talk about Shane. Shane was one of my teammates down Kyle. So yeah, the history is definitely there.
Like I said, I don't care what nobody say.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody keep telling me I think that boy probably the first person I ever seen with a Heisman Trophy from Cal 1.
Who that? Shane.
Shane, yeah.
They was telling me. Who was telling me this? I was talking to someone. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Ish. Ish was telling me that Shane from Chester, though he did it. They said that he was the first one to wear the Nike socks. They said the stripe. He told me the stripe socks. I don't know.
Yeah, the purple joints. He had the purple stripe socks.
Yeah, and he said everybody, the whole league started doing that shit. Yeah. When I come in, Sal and Clayton was doing it. I didn't know Shane at that point. Shane must. I didn't know Shane until like 3 years later. You follow me?
Yeah,
they said Shane started that whole trend.
Yeah, I remember Sal and Clayton. They was my guy.
All right, so at what point did you get connected to Sharon Hill?
Oh, so I was up, like I said, I was down Cal 1 for a minute, but A-Mac, Aaron Mackery.
Yes, yeah, he's a former neighbor of mine, so I'm familiar with him.
He was down Cal, man. Him was down Cal when he was coaching. It was me, him, like I see D-Cos, my man Tom from around Tom Marsh. I mean not Tom Walden, the big boy that I would be with. A lot of people see me with. Okay. But he was one of those guys that was like he left Cal 1. He left Cal 1 and just I guess he was done with Cal 1. Like I said, I was done with Cal 1. Mm-hmm. After the banquet, I said, all right, I'm just retire. I didn't want to coach no more. I was done. Mm-hmm. I've been down Cal 1 for like 5 to 6 years. I was done coaching. I was like wrapping it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we won a couple. We were definitely balling down. Like I said, I had a couple. I ain't gonna name the players. I'll name the players later who are. I mean, who's doing their thing right now.
Okay.
definitely been down Cal 1. I ain't gonna lie. Cal 1 was Cal 1. I never took nothing from him. Cal 1 was a good organization, but I think A-Mac had left Cal 1. He went up Sharon Hill. When I told myself I was done coaching down Cal 1, I just took it like a year off. So A-Mac up Cal 1. I mean Sharon Hill. He called me up and said, "Yo, come up Sharon Hill one day." I said, "All right, cool. I'm gonna come up." I'm shy with it. I'm like, bro, I ain't coaching no more, bro. I'm done. I'm not coaching no more. So I'm like, yo, man, I need you, man. Nah, bro, you don't need me, bro. You don't need me. You good. You got coaches up there. Nah, this how it all went down. You got coaches up there. Mm-hmm. So me and Tom go up there. We looking. Plus keeping the scenery. Like, yo, y'all boys gonna come on and coach? I'm like, no, I ain't. Well, nah, bro, we good. So he had a coach up there. The coach dipped on him. Mm. The coach, when he seen me and Tom walk up, the coach left him high and dry. So I'm like, Tom looked at me. I looked at Tom like, bro, I'm not coaching, bro. He told me, oh, come on, bro, you got to do it. I said, bro, I'm not coaching, bro. So next thing you know, that's where I landed up. Sharon Hill with A-Mac.
Okay. Word. Around what year is this? Would you say?
Oh man, this probably was what? I don't even remember.
You don't remember? Okay. I'm just trying to get a feel for how long you've been down there. You know what I mean?
I was down. Like I said, I was down Cal. I probably went down Cal 1. It probably was 2000 and see the raw mall probably no. It probably had to be like 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah, 15, 16. Because I came up Sharon Hill probably 5 to 6 years later.
So what was it? So okay, so even with you coming to Sharon Hill, you kind of was apprehensive about doing it, but you did it nonetheless. So I want to ask you, sure. What was it that made you that led to what I see and what I know? Like this, I'm seeing I'm seeing somebody that's fully engaged, competitive, successful at it. At what point and what changed for you that make you take it serious to the point that I see today?
Because I like organizations that structure.
That makes sense.
Every organization gonna have their do's, don'ts. It all come with the territory. So when I went up, like I said, when I went up Sharon Hill, that's when my first time going up Sharon Hill. No lie, I watched Terrell Stevens playing a playoff game. That was my first time ever watching Sharon Hill play. And I can't recall, but I think they won or not. I don't know if they won or not, but that's my first time watching Sharon Hill play. And like I said, I like the atmosphere. I like the energy. Yeah. So like I said, when A-Mac brought me up there, I said, I was locked in because like I said, I wasn't gonna leave him high and dry. We were just down Cal 1 coaching together. He left down there. So I said, all right, cool. And then when coach left one, I said, all right, well, we might as well step him and just finish the drill. from there, we took off from Sharon Hill. Like I said, he left, but I stayed up there. It was like more so I was already tied in because I was loving the atmosphere. Like I said, loving the kids, loving the talent, loving the energy. I mean, loving the kids' feedback. So it wasn't like I was like, oh man, let me just stop here now. Once he brought me up there, I looked at it. All right, it's a good opportunity for each kid. And then sometimes the president lets you do whatever you want to do up there. It wasn't like nobody was holding your hand.
Yeah. So I'm coming in at 10U, right? Well, you know what? Let me slow down because I want to ask you a few other questions before we talk about the 10U experience, because that's pretty much where I came in and how I kind of like begin to get my criteria. I want to ask you this though, right? So we got established, you know, how you came about to where you are now, like what led to that. I want to ask you this though. I want to ask you, what would you say? How would you compare fatherhood, whether it's through your experiences or through other people's experiences? How would you compare fatherhood to like coaching? Like what would you say is some similarities there?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
As a father and as a coach, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It ain't nothing changing. You coaching the kids, you coaching your child.
Absolutely.
It ain't nothing. It's nothing changing.
Yeah.
It's just more. It's just more structure being a father than football. Like I said, you ain't got the kids. You ain't got your son all the time. You got the kids for 2 hours.
Right. Got you. And I wanted to ask too. Like I would say the same thing too. I would agree with you. I think it's definitely some similarities there, especially with young men. I think it's definitely some opportunity. So I want to ask you this. So like how has like being a coach, again, we talking about fatherhood too. Like, obviously you got a lot of these young men that you coaching. Unfortunately, not all of them have fathers, right?
Bingo,
right,
bro.
Right. So I want to ask you, like, how has that been like for like those young men who might not have had the father and they might not be used to a certain level of structure or even like what's the other word? Structure and discipline. That's another word I want to.
You gotta build that. You gotta build that with each player. You gotta build that. You gotta understand. You gotta. A lot of these, like you just said, a lot of these kids ain't got role models, ain't got father figures. So us as coaches, that's what we do it for. We do it to step in to be a role model, be a father figure. But you know, some kids don't want to talk to coaches as a father. You see what I'm saying? Because they so used to us yelling and screaming at them. So they feel as though when they want to sit down and really have that conversation with us, they think the outcome is going to be different.
Right.
So so a lot of these kids ain't really going to come to you, but at the end of the day, they still look at us as a role model, as a father figure.
Word. No, I would agree.
But it's tough though. It's tough. It's tough because, like you said, and everybody know around the whole world that a lot of these kids ain't got no father figure. A lot of dads are locked up in jail or dead, man.
Yeah,
I'm keeping it real. I'm calling spade a spade.
No, I know.
I've been doing this football shit for 15 years, man.
Yeah.
You see more females at football games than males. It is what it is.
Dang.
It's hard to say, but
dang.
I'm calling it what it is. You see more females than males. Because at the end of the day, when a male show up, all the males show up game day. They don't show up at practice.
How would you say, just from your experiences, like that part that you just said about, you know, just from your experience and your observations, how would you say that that's affected or been effective to some of the not your players or players in general? You know, how would you say like not having that consistent structure, right? Because like you said, football is seasonal, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, practice is only for a couple of hours a night throughout the week. How would you say like you've seen like the effect that it may have or may not have taken on players, like not having that consistent structure and discipline in their lives?
But you could tell it's not really there. You could tell because a lot of these kids, a lot of these young men is babyfied. It's babyfied. I mean, they don't want that toughness. Once they get that toughness, they fold. You know what I mean? So once they get that toughness, they fold. I mean, you could tell a lot of these kids ain't really have it. So I mean, they go to the mommy. The mommy gonna baby them. When it's time for that daddy or that man to step in, they fold. They don't want to look. They don't want to look the man in eye to eye. They'd rather go to their mom and tell their mom their problem instead of telling a man their problem,
Yeah.
or their coach their problems.
How would you say just
And
with
then,
that? With,
then
go
like I
ahead.
said,
Go ahead.
then
No,
then
no,
when
no.
a, then,
Go.
when-
Go.
then when a man then when a coach or adult try to have that conversation with a kid,
Mm-hmm.
the mother is upset because now why you talking to my baby
So
like
my
that?
baby. Yeah. Trust me. I'm
It's
with you.
something at the end of the day. That's why I tell parents, man, we out there for 2 hours. We got your kid for 2 hours. You can't trust us. We shouldn't be out. Just let us do us. Whenever you get him, that's on you. But at the end of the day, when we are with your kids, let us coach them up. Because at the end of the day, the more they see you over there, the more they're gonna keep running to the sideline. So just take a step back and just let us coach and let us handle them. That's what like you said though, come in place. It's a lack of discipline. A lot of these us as black men and black organization, we all lack discipline. It is what it is. We lack discipline. I said that the other day when I had a motivational speaker outside with the kids. I said, we don't listen to what we're supposed to really listen to because we do too much as a person is talking. We move around, we don't pay attention, we're not asking questions. We just don't want to look a man in their eye. So when it's time to really get on that football field to be disciplined, we lack that. And that's why other teams got the upper hand on us because they're disciplined and structure. We lack that as an organization. We lack that all over the United States as black organizations. We ain't got discipline.
So let me ask you this: with all the with everything that you just laid out, like how would you say that that's affected like your approach? You know, as a coach, like knowing what you're up against and just seeing what your work, basically your work laid out for you, right? How does that affect your approach? Like, so I'll say, like for example, like with that young man who who clearly requires the structure and discipline, but like you said, you might have your work cut out for you for whatever reasons, right? Like how does that affect like your approach? Knowing that granted you're not only is your purpose in this because I need to get through to this young man because he might be an important piece to my team. So I need to get through to him, right? And just seeing him from, I might be able to lead this young man with something that'll stay with him for the rest of his life. So even what he learned here, even after he leaves his football field, our interaction he's going to carry this throughout the rest of his life. So my question again is, how has like just seeing how some of these situations are set up, how has that affected your approach, as the coach or even as a father?
It really don't affect me because you got to look at his one-on-ones. I mean, it's one-on-ones. It's how you talk to the kids.
Okay.
It's all how you talk to them. At the end of the day, we all know yelling at a kid ain't gonna get through. It is what it is. You gotta really talk to the kids. You really gotta have an understanding. Both of y'all gotta have an understanding. For real. But the more they yelling, the kid ain't gonna listen. I learned that already. I see that already.
What do you think that is? Why is that? Why do you? And now I'm asking from like a father standpoint, right? What do you think? Why is that? Like why do you
look at the mother?
What do you think? Okay.
They don't yell and scream. You know what I mean? Keeping it funky.
Okay. Yeah.
They didn't yell and scream. They rather somebody with a low tone voice.
Yeah. And your approach, that approach might just be just foreign to them, and they don't know how to take to it, like you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of kids react different, man.
Yeah.
The more we yelling and screaming, they don't care about that.
Yeah.
See, they let their mom call them. They're gonna listen. They're gonna sit down.
Word.
Yelling and screaming ain't cutting it no more.
What would you say?
They're feeling themselves now, though.
What would you say? If I ask you, like, what would you say your impact as a coach? Overall, with all your experience, all the teams you may have coached, all the years that you've done it, what would you say your impact has been on your players? And also, if any, what impact have your players had on you as a coach?
Players, all my players, they love me. Until they just speak to me, respect me. I mean, it, like I said, it's good for me. I love it. I take that out when they see me walking in the streets. Yo, Coach Shizz, what's up? I take that. I love it, man. Give me butterfly.
Word.
Just to know I impacted the kid. Just to know until this day, kids still respect me and still know who I am.
Word.
So that's the biggest impact I have. I love that. When they see me, yo, Coach Shizz, what's up? Or shake my hand, yo, Coach Shizz, what's going on? How you doing? I love it, man. It's a blessing because, like I said, I wasn't supposed to be coaching. I wasn't supposed to be doing this, but at the end of the day, as I look at it, I love giving back to the youth now. I do this shit out of the kindness of my heart. I ain't asking for no bread, no nothing. I don't want none of that. I don't want nothing in return. I ain't asking nobody to give me a handshake, slap me on the back. Yo, bro. Nah, I'll do this for the kindness of my heart. I tell each and every kid, I tell all my kids every day, bro, I don't do this for me. I don't do this for my son. I do this for y'all. Whatever y'all want, I do all this for y'all. I don't do this for me. This ain't about me.
Word.
If I can't impact a kid each day I touch them, something wrong with me.
Yeah, it's important, man.
This ain't for me.
Just from my experiences, I played pretty much all sports: basketball, football, baseball, and I didn't realize at that point. You don't really realize, but when I think back as an adult and I think back to some of my exchanges with coaches, it was for me, not having a father. I'm being raised by my mom, but I'm involved in sports, so I'm learning those lessons. I'm learning. Mm-hmm. I'm getting the structure. I'm getting the discipline. I'm learning how to work together with my team because we got a common goal and we want to win.
You got to build that.
Yeah,
right. You got to build that.
And not all my experiences with my coaches were good ones. You follow me? So, and again, I didn't realize then subconsciously, you might be looking to your coach for some type of guidance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't, I tip my hat to you. I commend you for it because it's a tall task.
No, listen, bro. It's definitely, definitely a job. It's a job with a job, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids don't listen. Yeah. But you can't beat yourself up, though.
Right.
You just got to be on to the next. You got to understand what you're dealing with.
Word.
It's life, man. Like I said, a lot of these kids don't go home and have two parents in the household.
Yeah.
So you got to understand what they're dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like I said, my conversation with my mom always goes, my mom didn't make it to a lot of my games, but I understood that she was always working. Now, I don't have a father, so I don't fault my mom for not being able to make the games because I understood what that was about. I had a roof over my head. I had clothes on my back. On those Sunday games after we won, I come home, it was Sunday dinner. You follow me? So, but, I also saw my teammates whose fathers was there or their moms was there. It makes a world of a difference.
Motivates you more.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I said, my pop was at all our games.
Yeah, no, fact. Shout out.
My grandpa.
Yeah, shout out, Pop.
But my mom, my mom wasn't coming out to no game. I can tell you that now. My mom ain't want us to play no sports.
I get that too.
She didn't want us to play no sports. I looked in the stands one time. I looked in the stands one time. My mom was at a homecoming game. That was it.
Yeah.
Never came to nothing else. That was it. So I was never expecting my mom to come to a game.
Word.
Ever.
Word. Yeah.
That was the least of my words.
But see, you had, and that's the balance because you had Pop there. So you had the support regardless. So even if mine wasn't there, it's like, it's no big deal. Yeah. It's important though. Like, so that even with that conversation, even with how the family structure is set up, I think that even brings even more importance of the role that coaches play in these kids' lives. Because like you said, either they not going home to a 2-parent home or shit. Even if they is, it just might not be the best, ideal situation for them. Mm-hmm. You follow me? So it a lot does, the more and more I had this conversation with you and we dig deeper, like I'm realizing like how important these coaches are into these young men.
It's a job, man. Lives. It's a job.
That's crazy. My question is it a job or coaching? But you said it already.
It's a full-time job.
But it's a job.
It's a full-time job. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This is a full-time job, dog. At the end of the day, because like I said, who they gonna go home and talk to? Half of these motherfucking mothers don't even know nothing about football.
Yeah. Yeah. Or being a man. That's what I'm saying too, being a man. You might be who they look at when they see and they figure out that they're gonna be a man, and they might start pulling things from you and lessons that you may have taught them, even if it was in the form of sports. You follow me?
Form of anything.
Yeah.
Sports, respect. Just being a man in general.
Yeah, it's important. Even in like, sportsmanship, that's important too. It's just a lot. We
teach that 24/7. Yeah. That's all I know. All I know is sportsmanship. Yeah. I can't teach no other way.
That's why I rock with y'all because y'all
can't do no other way, bro.
Y'all talk y'all shit, but y'all also keep it clean too. Y'all ain't.
Yeah.
I didn't see y'all every game I've been to. Y'all smoke something. You follow me?
Yeah, I can't.
But y'all always show respect and love to y'all opponents and shit. You feel me?
Like I'm talking about, even sometimes we win or lose, we still don't hold our heads down. We still walk down a motherfucking aisle, shake hands.
Yeah.
That's part of everyday life. You can't win them all. You can't win them all. You're gonna lose some. You're gonna win some.
Yeah. So we getting there. So before we go there, let's talk about 10U. So for me, I just want to introduce the 10U to this conversation and even like revisit it with you because, like I said, for me, you help usher me into this youth football league or youth football leagues, period. With the likes of you, Devon Morton, shout out to Gloria and Zay. Like they were people that I worked with earlier in the podcast situation. And also they're people that like gave me some of my first interviews. But since then, I've kind of like been able to observe a lot. I've been to a few championship games. I've been to y'all championship game, and you kind of like started to get a better understanding about how these things go. So again, salute to you because, like I said, anytime I came to you and I was ready to work, you was ready to go. So, but in terms of, I want to mention the 10U. I know we want to get to where we are today, but I want to start with the 10U. Just talk to me a little bit about that. I know it was last year. But talk to me about it. You feel me? I think it's important.
No.
You feel me?
Like I said, that 10U team. It wasn't even supposed to be a 10U team for real. Yeah, it wasn't even supposed to be a 10U team. We're supposed to be in the whole. That 10U team was supposed to be an 11U team. But what happened was they broke it down where, my cousin was running the league, so we just went odds. I mean, we went evens. So 10s and 12s went to a different league. And our odds was in another league. But we wasn't supposed to do that because we're supposed to be all under one umbrella.
So are you saying that the 10U that you had
was supposed to be 11?
Otherwise would have been on the team. They would have been on the team. But with the 8, because of how they age, you was able to build
we was able to break we was able to break it down because it was another lead involved. So that's what happened. Gotcha. If another lead ain't never happened, we would have just been 11U. Yeah. But overall, I said, I won't take nothing from my team.
Yeah.
Everybody always say, "Oh man, it's no, we didn't play nobody, we didn't do this, it was no lead." But okay, that's cool. At the end of the day, I've been doing this football shit for too long. I know everything about football. Right now, it's no talent. It's no youth football. It's no youth football no more. It's not how it used to be back in the day, where you had teams, dominant programs, dominant teams. It's no more of that. Everybody's just building all-star teams. We built this team. This team. I didn't go outside and look for nobody. This was all neighborhood kids that was already part of the Sharon Hill Ramblers. I don't have to recruit. I never recruited a day in my life. I don't got to recruit. I just coach football. I coach what I have. I never had to recruit. But what we had is we built it. We just kept building. We just kept working. Like I said, I'm one of those guys that reach out to different programs. As far as Baltimore, Delaware, I like competition. We're going to win them or we're going to lose them. But at the end of the day, we're just going to get better by playing these teams as outreach. It don't matter to me. I'll tell everybody. Anybody asks me, yo, you want to play this team? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how good it is. All they doing is making us better. We don't play them in a regular season. We ain't going to never see them again. They could beat us 50-0. But we're going to learn from that 50-0. We're going to get better. So they could beat us every week. We can get blown out. But at the end of the day, we won't see them in a regular season. So now when the regular season comes, now we total domination like we did. We went motherfucking 9-0 because we was playing teams that was better than us, more competitive, more faster, more stronger, more disciplined. They had it. I just had to get my kids ready for the next level. And that's what I've been doing each year, just getting them better. Just playing teams from Baltimore, playing teams from Delaware, playing teams from Jersey. Whoever want to play, we play. One thing about me, and anybody will tell you, I don't duck no smoke. Anybody can come to Sharon Hill or we can go to them. I don't run from nobody. I never ran from a soul in my life. And definitely ain't gonna have my team running from a soul in their life. Yeah, I mean, that's no fact. We don't duck nothing. I tell motherfuckers all the time, only thing I'm ducking is my head and my turtleneck. That's it. You know what I mean, bro? Yeah. Like I do, and that 10U team, like I said, I love my team. We lost a couple pieces for 11U, but I love my 10U team. That was it was a good team.
Going into now, mind you, I came on about midway, maybe a little bit past midway through the season. Yeah. I think as far as your regular season, I think I saw one game. I forget who y'all was playing, like West Oak Blade. Y'all was playing like what?
Playing
It was one of them suburban Philly teams.
Germantown.
Okay.
Yeah.
So smoke that.
Yeah.
I made another game. Y'all played
Cobb Street.
69 Cobb Street.
Mm-hmm.
That was that was the next game. And then the next game I also made it to the makeup game with Chester because I had to make that game up. And then the next game, I believe, I don't think I made it to none of the actual playoff games. I think the next game I did.
No, you made it to the Cobb Street playoff game.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, using the cup when we played up.
Okay, yeah. See, I know I was in the mix with y'all. That's why when I saw how it was going, and I saw all the even not only the success y'all was having, but even the many different opportunities for my growing platform. I was in the mix. You feel me? So so ultimately y'all made it to the championship and won. But my question for you is, was that the clear goal for the season, or did y'all had to get to a point where? Because I want to share something with you that I noticed about your players too. But was to win the championship the clear goal for the season, or did y'all have to get to a point in the season where y'all made that the goal? Y'all was 9-0, so I just want to know the mentality.
The goal was the goal from the start was because we did spring, so we do spring football. Our main goal when we do spring is get a championship. Spring or fall, it don't matter to me. But I would love to. I would have loved to have got both. But overall, that was the main goal for the fall to get a championship. But was I satisfied with the championship? I was satisfied, but was I really satisfied? I really wasn't because, like I said, it wasn't no competition. It's youth football is not youth football how it used to be. It's no competition. Everybody think, oh man, it's no competition. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who you play or where you play it. It's no competition. There's no league. AYF, UYFL, AU, IYFL, Burt Bell. It's no.
That's crazy to say that Burt Bell ain't that.
No competition.
When I was playing, that was like one of the main Jones they used to talk about.
Because everybody is running from competition. Everybody running. Everybody running from competition, but everybody's trying to build a dominant program. So the more you build the dominant program, you're taking away from other programs where that program was dominant. It's not the same.
Yeah, because so I'll just say I get what you're saying.
Not the same.
Because even though I played Kyle and even though Kyle was always one of the top teams in the league, it was other teams. You had
that's what I'm saying. My point exactly, bro.
Chichester. You had the teams. Even you had Marple, like a lot of those southern Delaware
and
County
that's what I'm
teams.
Saying.
They wasn't nothing
Nobody
to mess around with.
But now you say something to people in Philly about Delaware County, corny, this, that, but y'all ain't playing nobody in Philly either. So you really can't say nothing about Delaware County because AYF don't got nothing in Philly.
Yeah.
AYF got nothing. AAU got nothing. If you had Delco right now got nothing but Sharon Hill and Chester. It's not how it used to be. Everybody looking at youth football like it's supposed to be. Youth football right now is supposed to be so dominant where it's supposed to be different teams winning championships each year. As you sit back and really think about it, look at AYF. Who winning every year? Blackhawks. Nobody else is winning. Nobody winning. Sharon Hill been winning championships since who knows? Cal One been winning championships since who knows? Chester been winning championships since who knows?
And a lot of, I guess shout out to Kyle because a lot of it, it's
that's
some history there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like it's no top dogs no more. Everybody top dogs, but nobody's not playing the top teams. It's not how you all right, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna make this motherfucker, we're gonna beat these motherfuckers, it's gonna be a good game. Nah, it's no more good games no more. Now everybody beating motherfuckers 20 points, 30 points a game.
You talked about reaching out to some of the teams out of the state. How important would you say that is for the growth for the team and even trying to that competitive edge?
Me, I don't really do it just to play. I do it for get my kids recognition. So I don't do it.
Which shout out.
I don't do that.
That was another joint I was at. You had me at the football field.
That was my first
time in. That was my first time in DC. Period. But then we on the field.
Yeah.
That was fire. That was fire, and especially I could only imagine how fire it was for the kids that got the
bro. That was fire. Bro, I don't do it for me. I do everything for the kids, bro. Whatever they want to do, I do it for them. I don't care what it is. Yo, what you want to do? All right, cool. We go down. All right, that's cool with me. Y'all want to play this team Sunday? Y'all want to play this team Saturday? We play. Don't matter to me. We gonna play no matter what.
I want to say this about your team. So the first time I had the opportunity to interview you, again, like I said, that was like one of my cluster of like first interviews. So I was still trying to figure out how it should get done. But I had a stock amount of questions. I had maybe 3 or 4 questions I asked each player, right? And I asked all 5 of the guys or 6 of the guys that I interviewed. I asked them, what's more important, winning or having fun? They all said having fun.
We had fun over there. It's a time.
That was fire.
It's a time and place for everything, though.
Yeah.
They know. Yeah, man, we can have fun. We're gonna play football.
You want to win. I get it. You want to win.
For sure.
You follow me? But it was dope hearing, like, especially for the kids, that they, even though they competitive, ultimately y'all ended up winning the championship. So even in them, they had fun. They had the opportunity to have fun, and they won.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's fire. I thought that was fire. That was one of the things I pulled from talking to your team.
We appreciate you for coming out, bro. You already know. We appreciate you for coming out.
Yeah. Salute, man. You already know.
They needed that.
So the 10U championship, we ultimately ended up winning the championship. So I want to ask you this. So what talk to me if I don't know how this go. Again, I'm new, but what and I know this is something that coaches normally do. Like, I know you're not the only person that ever do this. But what was your decision? Like, what was your decision to move up to 11U? Like, what ultimately? Obviously, I'm thinking maybe the players, but you let me know what help.
I started
usher your idea.
So I started the bond. Yeah. So once I started the bond with my first of all, I started the bond with my coaches. I mean, my coaches already I was gonna leave for. I was done coaching.
You said that. You said that in the job.
Yeah,
I gave you that in our first conversation. Man, you said that.
My coach is like, "Nah, man, you gotta come back to center." All right, I'm coming back. It's like sometimes you be tired. I mean, it's because we do football from March all the way to December. It's no break, bro. We get a month break.
It's all year.
Yeah, so it's like you need a break in between. But like I said, for my coaches and my kids, they wanted me to come back. So I came back for the heart of them and I can't stop. I'm addicted to it. I'm gonna keep it real. It's like a drug. You know what I mean? It's like a drug. I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about the bond that you built with your team? That kind of like play that even play into like the earlier part where we talked about like
drug, bro.
The correlation between like fatherhood and coaching.
Like a drug. It's like an addiction, man. Like I said, I had Kev come out there a couple weeks ago.
I saw that.
And he thinking about coming out coaching. So it's like, it's addiction.
Yeah, we've talked about that,
bro. It's like, man, the more you just be around kids and coaching kids, it make you want to come back out and do it all over again. It's like it's like a adrenaline rush.
Would you say is it the winning part that's addictive or that gives you the adrenaline rush? Or would you say it's just like everything that come along?
No, you gotta look at it. I lost this year. I'm still ready to keep going. Yeah, man. Okay. Winning shit on me. Me winning, I'm cool with it. But at the end of the day, as long as my kids cool, I'm cool. Now, if I look at it like, all right, my kids is dying on me, I just gotta find a way to get the morale back up. But no, winning is cool. But overall, you don't want to keep letting your kids know we don't win. We ain't gonna be none. I mean,
you take it's a part of life.
So they gotta understand when you lose, it's gonna happen. When you win, it's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, you gotta take the wins and the losses the same when you take the wins. So you can't be mad at that we took that L this year. Yeah, we took that L. Cool.
How did they take it?
It was hurt.
How did the kids
it wasn't even more so the kids. More so was the coaches. Because at the end of the day, we felt as though we still had a lot of room to go. Yeah, I mean, we came up short. We came up real short by points. You know what I mean? So,
what team was that? If you don't mind me. Okay, that's going up like Baltimore Pike, right?
Yeah, that's like way out that motherfucker.
In that direction.
Well, that right there was a hard pill to swallow. We took off 2 weeks of practice. I don't even talk about it no more. But that right there. That shit, motherfucker, somebody stabbed me in my back.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that was
and
because
how I look
at it. It wasn't even supposed to go out. We wasn't supposed to go out like that. It wasn't supposed to go out like that. Not no motherfucker 12 or 13. It wasn't supposed to go out like that. In overtime.
Sheesh.
And we was the team to beat. Like right now, we would have still been playing. We would have had a game tonight at 5 o'clock. Well, tomorrow at 5 o'clock. This would have been a regional AYF, big regional AYF championship today. Well, tomorrow, and we would have been playing in that in New York. So yeah, man, that was a tough job. It was a tough job, but like I said, and then you win some, you lose some. So you just gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out what happened. But it is what it is.
So let me ask you this: what would you say your biggest moving forward after the loss? What would you say as the coach? What would you say your biggest obstacle would be moving forward? And like, what's your plan to overcome it?
Gotta find linemen, bro.
You was just that shit. You said that
gotta find,
at the beginning of the journey.
That's what it is, bro. That's what I'm missing. So if I can't, that's the hardest thing for me to get is linemen. I got the talent. I got so much talent. I got quarterbacks. I got running backs. I got receivers. I got talent. I got tight ends. I got talent. I got my specials is legit. I got specials. I need linemen. It's the hardest. That's the hardest thing to get. I've been dealing with that shit ever since I started coaching youth football.
Do you think that's like a regional thing? Do you think that's like just like a up north, like East Coast thing?
No.
Do you think that?
No.
Okay.
You, what it is, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. And Dev could vouch for me. A couple of his kids that play for the Blackhawks play for Sharon Hill.
Came from. Okay.
So I like their organization. I like their program.
Yeah.
I love Blackhawks program, but I'm just somebody need to talk to me. I need to figure out how the fuck they get linemen because I need their linemen. Calling spade a spade.
Big boys.
I mean, they got Doogie Houses. They got linemen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't be. It is what it is. That's how I look at it like that. They got linemen. We can't seem to get that. It's like it's hard. It's like pulling teeth. We get linemen that come out here. The motherfuckers don't want to do 3 laps. They fold. I had a young boy that come out 2 years ago. Big as shit. He couldn't do 2 laps. He quit.
So what would you say? What would you like for that potential young man? Because I want you to, you're going to definitely get a lot of engagement with this, right? And you may even get some players like if that player that you speak of, not somebody in particular, but a player that has that has those characteristics, say that they're watching this interview. Like what would be some words of like encouragement that you would give them to be a little bit different, like because obviously it could work. It could work both ways. It works for you.
So I'm gonna tell you, right? I got a young boy on my team right now. He's a big guy. We was at the Eagles game 2 weeks ago. He came up to me. He came up to me and said, "Coach, what can I do to get better?" Looked at him. Looked over my shoulder. Looked at him twice. I said, "Damn." I said, "Okay, big man, get a ladder. Work your foot. Get some weights. Use some weights. Get on the treadmill. It's the only way you want to get better. You want to get better, you got to put the work in. All field." So when he came to me and asked me that, it messed my head up a little bit because now I know he really want to play football. Now I really want to know I know he want to put the effort in to really get better. It wasn't his dad. It was him. He came to me and asked me by himself, like, "Yo, coach, what can I do to get better?" So that's
you want to win, and he want to win too. He like that loss ain't he want to get back.
So that's what I would advise each young man to really do this. I mean, a lot of these kids don't put the time in off season, so they try to come out there in football when the season starts to put the work in. Like I said, we only got 2 hours with you, kid. 2 hours not good enough for us. It's not. It's really not. 2 hours not good enough. That's 8 hours in 1 week.
I had posed the question to somebody a little while back, and I asked. I said, "Well, when we was kids, we played. It seemed like when we came around to football, we was able to jump right into the season as if it was not." But what they said, well, you got to figure we were staying active throughout that time. We playing basketball. Some people on track. So we were staying active on the off season. Even if we weren't playing football, we were staying active.
We're doing something.
Yeah, that's important.
But a lot of these kids don't want to do that no more. Technology took over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, technology took over the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get a kid to get in and go home and work out and come to practice and work out. It's impossible.
So we can expect to see you back next season.
There ain't
then,
nothing
right?
stopping me, man. The bus still rolling, man.
Okay.
The bus still rolling. I ain't done it till 13.
Word. That's
I ain't
fine,
done.
man.
I might start at 13 and go back down to 7. Who knows?
Okay.
It all depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
It all depends.
Word. I know the kids that love to have you back, man.
Yeah, well,
That's one thing
I can't slow the engine down. The engine got to keep going. I'm only getting older.
Yeah.
I'm ready to keep moving.
That's one thing I say about y'all. You know, y'all definitely know how to have fun. Y'all do it in style, and y'all play the game. So, I never seen no dirty stuff, no dirty stuff on y'all behalf. Like it just seemed like real classy. So I definitely want to commend you for that, for operating your ship in the manner that you do. You got any shit, man? Thank you for sitting down with me, man. We pretty much touched every aspect that I drew out for you. So is there any points that I didn't touch on? Anything, any closing statements, anything you want to say to the people, your players, fellow coaches?
You know me, bro. I don't speak too much, man.
Okay.
I don't speak too much. I just talk. You know what it is, man. I just tell people, man, stop fighting them battles, man. I come and get with a real team, man.
Okay.
Stop fighting them demons. Y'all know where we at, man. 300 Calcan Hook Road, man. Sharon Hill, PA. 19079, man. Come on, pull up, man. Stop fighting the fucking demons. Come and see what we working with. Stop listening to the streets and come pull up. We got something for y'all. Light work. We just getting started, man. Just getting started. Stop playing with us, man. Come on out. And guess what? It's a FYI, man. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm really the VP, and I do me out here. So if y'all want to come and get on board, come pull up.
Oh, he start talking.
Pull up, man.
He start talking crazy.
Come pull up.
The VP out there, John. Huh?
Yeah, because I'm tired of these boys and everybody, all these organizations thinking we ain't it. Come on, pull up. We do what we want to do. We just run a clean ship.
You open to any challenges from any teams within your
I never back
age
down.
bracket.
Yeah, I never back down to no challenges. Never back down to no challenges. I mean, guess what though? If you ain't doing nothing Monday night, come on out. We got a scrimmage against Conshohocken, 6:45.
Okay. I'm a little further out now. I'm out Maryland now, so.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been out here for a little minute now, so that's another reason why we're doing it.
You deep in it. You deep in the trenches.
Yeah, so
yeah, he deep in the trenches. You there that close to my little brother. Matter of fact, shout out my little bro, man. He just won a championship tonight.
They won today? Shout out to them.
Shout out my little bro. He just won a championship tonight.
I'll be tapping in with him. I know I owe him one too. You know what I mean? Just getting settled in down here. I ain't really had the chance to maneuver. You see, I don't even think I made it to one game. Oh, I made it to the Cowin and when y'all played Cowin, I made it to that game. Yeah. But I didn't make it to nearly as many games as I would have liked to this year.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
How you like it down there, John?
It's good, man. We just getting it's a breath of fresh air for me. So I'm just trying to like get caught up, because
where you at?
This it's Rockville. It's called Rockville.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we probably like a half an hour. Probably like a half an hour. I'm sorry, an hour and a half away from your brother. From your brother.
Yeah.
Because we looked at that like, damn, that shit. You would think it's close, but that shit.
Yeah, he down that, John.
Yeah.
He down that, John.
So I know I got to definitely tap in with him because he definitely, me and him we've been building behind the scenes too. So you'll look out for that. I'll definitely be tapping in with him, especially after they won.
He definitely won it. He sent me the trophy and everything. I'm gonna post that John up in a few minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah, he posted that John.
All right, well, that's all I got, man. Again, thank you, man. I appreciate your time.
Man. I appreciate you on Jazz, bro. You already know what's going on.
Salute to you, man. And we're going to tap in, man. I'm going to get this joint pressed up, and we're going to get this joint online as soon as possible. You feel me?
Man. No rush, baby. Slow motion better than no motion, man. You know what it is.
I agree, man.
Take your time, bro.
So there you have it, y'all. Coach Shizz. This is the Young Black and Gifted Podcast. I'm UnderRateEd signing off. We'll tap in with y'all again, man.
Underrated lady.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Underrated lady.
Young, black, and gifted. We do it for the culture.